What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMA Anomaly podcast. I'm your host, Olin, aka MMA Anomaly. And in this episode, I'll be going over my picks and parlay for UFC 282. Now, obviously, this is not the original card we were all hoping we'd see. We had quite a few fights fall off, including Robbie Lawler, as well as the whole main event due to a shoulder injury for Jiri Prochazka. And now we are stuck with the original co-main event serving as the new main event in Jan Blachowicz going against Magomed Ankalaev. That main event can go a number of ways. I honestly don't know exactly how I see it going, but if I had to put money on either guy, I would probably put my money on Ankalaev. He's a sneaky southpaw, has really strong leg kicks, and utilizes every inch of his reach, as well as being an incredibly strong wrestler. Now, jumping right into the parlay, we'll go ahead and start at the bottom of the card as far as the parlay starts, going all the way to the top. So we will go ahead and start with Billy Q, aka Billy Quarantillo, going up against Alexander the Great Hernandez. Now, Alexander the Great Hernandez is a plus 140 underdog going up against a minus 165 favorite in Billy Q. Billy Q is coming back after a little over a year-long layoff following his loss to Shane Burgos. I thought that was a very, very close fight for him, and he was very close to winning that fight. He showcased a lot of improvements in that fight before taking such a long layoff. And Alexander Hernandez, he's not my favorite fighter. All bias aside, he's been very inconsistent since joining the UFC. He's essentially gone win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And if that trend stays the same, this should be a win for him considering his last was a loss. That being said, I don't agree. I think Billy Q is going to come in here. I think he's going to put on a show-stopping performance and get the parlay started off strong. Up next, we've got Chris Curtis coming in at plus 135, going in against Joaquin Buckley at minus 155. I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog on this one. I think if Joaquin Buckley comes in here and goes back to his original striking style that he originally utilized, he's probably going to get outpointed and possibly knocked the heck out by a really strong and really game and really battle hardened and just veteran fighter in Chris Curtis. Now, if Joaquin Buckley comes out here and goes to his wrestling well, I don't know. I still think Chris Curtis wins this. So Chris Curtis kicking in the parlay in second gear here. I think he continues on strong for us, and we'll go ahead and move into the next fight here of the 4-fight parlay. In the next fight on the parlay, we've got Raul Rosas Jr. going in against Jay the Joker Perrin. Jay Perrin is a plus 195 underdog. Raul Rosas Jr., as we all know, is the 17-year-old kid that fought on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. He is a minus 230 favorite, and he just recently turned 18. A lot of people are really high on this guy. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. I do think he could be special, but I also looked into his record. So of all 6 opponents that this guy has beaten, they have a combined record of 10 wins and 11 losses. Mind you, one of these guys was the guy he fought in Dana White's Contender Series. That guy had 7 of those wins. So across the other 5 opponents he's beaten, he didn't have that many wins. They had a lot more losses. So I'm not saying the guy's a can crusher, but I am saying for the most part so far, he's crushed cans. Jay Perrin, however, has lost his 2 UFC fights, but his 2 opponents in the UFC that he's fought alone had a combined record of 35-11. I'll do some quick math for you. That's 25 more wins than all of Rosas Jr.'s opponents combined and the same amount of losses. So I'm not saying that, Jay Perrin's fought better opponents, but Jay Perrin's definitely fought better opponents. We're going to take Jay Perrin on this one. We're going to have him pick up the other underdog part of this parlay, and we are going to go ahead and move into the main event of the parlay here in Dricus du Plessis, aka DDP, at minus 180, going in against Darren Till, plus 155. I'm still not even sure Darren Till is going to show up for this fight. He's pulled out of a lot of fights recently, and the fights he has shown up for, he hasn't really looked so great. I don't think this one's going to be much different. I think we're going to get just another shadow of his former self in Darren Till, and that's why I've got DDP coming out here and winning this fight any way he chooses to. Now, what do these picks get you if you put them in a parlay together? $10 wager will actually end up getting you $173.19 whole cents. Not too bad. We got 2 underdogs, 2 favorites. I think it's a pretty solid balance, and I'm pretty darn confident in this. Let me know how you feel about these picks in the comments below. And let me know who you're riding with this weekend on the card. Let me know what your favorite fights are coming up. And also, are there any underrated fights that you don't think are getting enough attention this week? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and smash that bell for notifications. Thanks again. Later.